This is the Boston Celtics news feed on CLNS. Today is Monday, December 18th, 2017. This is Mike Walsh reporting for CLNS, the leading online provider of audiovisual coverage for the Boston Celtics. Before we get started today, a special notice real quick, guys. The all-new CLNS Media website has launched at clnsmedia.com. clnsmedia.com is now the home of this podcast and also 40-plus other podcasts and vidcasts in the world of sports, finance, comedy, and lifestyles. We here at the Newsfeed are so excited to have our show featured on the new CLNS Media website. Support our network by checking this episode out at clnsmedia.com. That's clnsmedia.com. It appears Cleveland fans won't be getting the early Christmas gift of an Isaiah Thomas return just yet. According to ESPN's Dave McMiniman, Thomas's camp has ruled out a return from his hip injury before the holiday, which features a highly anticipated matchup between the Cavs and Golden State Warriors. The Cavaliers will practice on Christmas Eve in San Francisco ahead of that game, but with the contest just a day later, it seems a stretch that Thomas would play so soon after returning to the floor with his teammates for real. On Sunday, Shams Charania of Yahoo wrote that Thomas was targeting a return the first week of January. Of course, right now it doesn't appear that he's sorely missed, as the Cavs have reeled off 18 wins in their last 19 games after a 106-99 victory over Washington Sunday night. LeBron James went for 20 points, 15 assists, and 12 rebounds, giving him now 61 career triple-doubles and 4 in his last 5 games. The Celtics meet with one of the surprise teams in the NBA tonight as they travel to Indiana for an early 7 p.m. tip on NBA TV. Star big man Myles Turner is listed as day-to-day with a sore thigh, leaving him questionable for the night's contest. He hasn't missed a game since November 1st, when he missed his 7th straight game after suffering a concussion in the Pacers' season opener. Despite losing Paul George in the offseason, Indiana sits at 17-13 and in the number 5 position in the Eastern Conference standings. The Pacers are scoring over 108 points per game, with Victor Oladipo lighting it up with 24.4 a night. Boston beat Indiana back on November 25th, 108-98, but Oladipo did not play in that one. Indiana is also currently without Glenn Robinson III, who has an ankle injury, and Edmund Sumner out with a knee. The Celtics injury report lists Gordon Hayward and Marcus Morris, obviously. At this point, it is unclear if Daniel Theis is available tonight. After breaking his nose late last week, he did play in a mask on Saturday and played pretty productively, actually. But per a tweet by the team on Monday, Brad Stevens said he will have his nose reset Tuesday and miss Wednesday's game against the Heat, but will likely be available Thursday for the road trip to New York. Stevens also provided an update on Morris, who has missed significant time with a nagging knee issue. According to the coach, the forward had a PRP injection over the weekend and is feeling good. Quote, he'll ramp up basketball in the next couple of days with the hope of playing sooner rather than later on an on and off schedule, end quote. Listen up, Hoop fans, basketball season is back, and now that your favorite hardwood heroes have returned to action, it is time for you to put your fantasy knowledge to the test and win huge cash prizes every single night playing one-day fantasy basketball at DraftKings.com. At DraftKings, there are so many different ways to play. You can choose from public contests with these huge cash prizes or private contests where you can compete against your friends. They've even got beginner and casual contests, play against guys with a similar skill level. And of course, the best part, you get to draft a brand new team each and every day. There's no season-long remorse with DraftKings.com. Huge cash prizes and bragging rights await only at DraftKings. Use code CLNS at DraftKings.com and play free with your deposit for a share of $10,000 in total prizes tonight. Don't wait, use code CLNS at DraftKings.com now to choose your lineup. That's code CLNS only at DraftKings.com. The game inside the game. 7 o'clock start tonight, so you want to get your team in there early. Quickly head over to DraftKings.com. Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com for details. In their Monday power rankings, ESPN has once again docked the Celtics a spot, sliding them to the number 4 spot from number 3 last week. That is obviously in response to the string of dominance Cleveland is experiencing right now. The Cavs slide up from 5 to 3, behind just Houston and Golden State in that order. The Celtics do have the most wins of that group at 25, but had a rough 2-2 week, including a bad loss to the number 26 team Chicago, and a far too close win Saturday against the number 29 team Memphis. The second half of the top 10 includes, in order, San Antonio 5th, followed by Toronto, Minnesota, Portland, Washington, and Denver. The Celtics visit the Indiana Pacers at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. The newsfeed has you covered all day long. Go back and listen to Josue Pavone's pregame show this morning with guest Patrick Gilroy of WEEI. Nick Cherico is on tonight for the postgame recap. Until then, head to DraftKings.com, put down a $5 deposit with the code CLNS, and enter your fantasy hoop team in before tonight's game. Be sure to also follow CLNS on Twitter at CLNS Media and myself at CLNS_Walsh, and subscribe to the Celtics newsfeed both on iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS Media Network's mobile podcast app. This has been Mike Walsh for the Boston Celtics newsfeed.